Good evening. Welcome in Daily UPC Today audio program. Chabahar, opening routes for India plus the Economic Times. Make make farmers better informed about risk. Now the full editorials. Chabahar opening routes for India plus Economic Times. More options than Beijing for Tehran. With Monday's agreement, India takes over management of Iran's Chabahar port for an initial 10-year period. This will change the face of regional connectivity trade with landlocked countries of Central Asia and Afghanistan and provide an alternative route that connects the region with Europe. For India and the region, economic benefit come with a strategic sweetener, an alternative that can bypass China and Pakistan's Gwadar port. Chabahar, Iran's only deep seaport with direct access to the ocean, is located beyond the Strait of Hormuz. This is critical to minimizing trade disruptions, especially given its integration with the international North-South Transport Corridor and INSTC project. It would reduce transit times and cut freight cost by an estimated 30%. This in turn will enhance India's role in the global supply chain as well as provide an entry point for humanitarian aid shipments. It bumps up India's energy security as it allows for diversification of import routes for oil and gas and improves access to critical natural resources, mitigating risk associated with traditional import routes. As India's first overseas port management, here is uh, here is an opportunity to bolster our infra capabilities. Trade economics apart, this development is of great strategic importance. It gives India a vantage point across regions: West Asia, Indian Ocean, Africa. This is not just for itself, but also for countries committed to a free and open, rule-based international order. India's presence can provide Iran with an off-ramp necessary to ensure peace and stability in the West Asian region. It also allows Tehran to place its eggs in more baskets than in Beijing's Central Asian states, and Armenia and Azerbaijan also get an alternative strategic advantage in the Indian Ocean region. This is an opening that can counter plans that China's ambitions vision has for the region. The US and the other G7 powers should view India's management of Chabahar as the creation of a safety valve, an alternative where none seemed likely to materialize. Make farmers better informed about risk. Food inflation is on another episodic spike, which make targeting inflation overall a more complicated exercise. Manufacturing and agriculture are diverging in price trends, in which the weather plays a crucial role. Food inflation is likely to remain elevated due to heat wave conditions till monsoon arrives. Then it is expected to trend down sharply because of the high base during last year's scattered and inadequate monsoon. Dependence of retail inflation on the weather is becoming more volatile with the rising frequency of extreme events. Supply responses like export bans and stocking limits don't address rising volatility and with it headline inflation that serves as a key macro target. A more holistic food supply response would look at price signaling, marketing, and logistics support, and expanded irrigation and stock holding. These are long-term solutions by de-risking food production from weather. Then there are climate mitigation efforts to reduce extreme weather phenomena, and even an even broader approach to keeping a lid on food prices. None of these will, of course, yield the outcome policymakers seek: an immediate reversal of food inflation. This tends to show down progress on the policy that'll actually make a difference. Food production is more a victim of state intervention than market imperfection. Government of India adds to these imperfections by trying to control input and output prices in farming without having adequate control over the former and insufficient capacity for the latter. India needs to craft policy that makes agriculture less risky. Instead, what we get is state responses that heighten price volatility. Food availability, Government of India's overriding concern will be better served by farmers making better informed decisions about risk. Thank you.